Dyke March Collective partner up with OCAD, Organized Communities Against Deportations, to bring the march to Little Village. This isn't the first time that the march is happening. In fact, it has been around for 21 years in Chicago. It initiated in Andersonville, but by 2008, it started moving neighborhoods because the leadership in the collective was changing, and so we also wanted to go to different neighborhoods to continue the message that we do exist and create visibility for transgender and gender nonconforming transgender and LGBTQ community femmes. We're here today because we see this transition to Little Village as the start of helping create more visibility in the neighborhood, but also because, as we know, this year has been the first half of the year. We've seen how the federal administration has been attacking immigrants. This has been attacking the transgender community. It's been attacking many communities, and so in a way, as a part of OCAD, an organization that focuses on supporting undocumented people and people in deportation proceedings, we see the connections and the intersections of our struggles. And so this is also a way in which we are expanding sanctuary, right? By creating spaces where we're all visible and we're able to coexist and continue the fight and continue to resist together. I mean, as we know, Pride Parade is happening tomorrow in the north side of Chicago, predominantly white and affluent community, where oftentimes people that look like me or other people of color do not feel welcomed. We know of stories of young people getting the cops called on them, and sometimes undocumented people that try to go into bars get denied entry because they don't have a state ID and they are only able to show their passport. And so I think today is it's a perfect example of alternative spaces that are representative of the larger LGBTQ community that is usually not represented in mainstream media and even in pride celebrations that are supposed to be for an entire community. And so today, on top of coming to a new neighborhood, we're also expanding this message to expand a lot of the visibility that exists within the LGBTQ community, to also recognize undocumented immigrants, refugees, and people that are here and that had to cross borders or are here for various different reasons. This is the first year that Dyke March is happening in Little Village, but it's also not the last. The purpose of these marches, the march, is to move to a new neighborhood every 2 years, and so we'll continue to build with community members, community businesses, to make next year's march bigger, of course, always. And at the same time, we're continuing and starting collaborations and conversations with the next neighborhood where we're going into. And so this is a grassroots effort. We're not sponsored by corporations, and so it's very all of this was made thanks to people that are volunteering their time, their money, their energy, and we hope you enjoy it.
Oppressed when I was born, project scene backdrop, beer bottles and crack rocks, front doors with padlocks, she boxes criminals